Okay guys, here's that Zeph I was working on. This is going to run anything up to two paralleled 3S 5000s all the way down to two 4S 2650s or 4S 2450s or even like 2200s in 4S or 3S, anything like that. The bays are absolutely huge here for the batteries. I got them just about as far as they're going to go. I got them about 1.25 inches deep, maybe 1 3/8 inches deep at the deepest part, and then right along the leading edge they're about 1 1/8 inches deep. So that's going to give us plenty of room. Center of the plane is, really deep. It's heck, it looks like it's 1.5 inches at least at the front end, and then towards the sides, it's all about 1.5 inches all the way around. But this is going to be a very light build, so I got the motor way forward. Running just a little Hacker motor. It's a Hacker A30 22S. This one's going to be running on 3S. It's like 1400 kV, but it's going to be flown in altitude. So we're going to go ahead and get the RPMs up a little bit higher so we can get some performance out of this light build. Servos, you can see I have a servo in there. I'm not going to bury the rods on this servo because I'm trying to keep this build simple and light. So what I'm going to end up doing is running some 440 probably, back over to the Elevon surfaces in the back. You can see that I have the motor cut in a ways. The CG on this airplane, I marked it, is right there. 10.5 inches back, the CG is marked right there. So basically the motor mount is going to be mounted right over the CG, and you can see that I'm trying to get all the weight forward. The long spars, long glass rod spars, are going to go right here. This is where they're going, all the way across. And what I did is I poked a hole, you can see it right there. I poked a little hole right through it before I even cut this airplane open, and I stuck a rod through, and then I marked the bottom, and then I marked the ends out here so I knew where to put the spars on the bottom. This is the motor mount cutout. This is the proposed motor mount cutout. I haven't cut it out yet. I'm going to get all this stuff lined up here, and then I'll end up cutting that out too. Just wanted to give you a heads up on this build and give you a couple other ideas here too. This is a TL50 that I have. This is a little bit of a different build. This is a fast airplane. On these lids, I have a little piece of a 256 rod that is in the last flute. It helps make the strength across the front of the lid, so this hinge has some strength across here. I put a little bit of strip carbon fiber across the front, since the battery bay is cut so close to the front that helps keep the nose and everything from tipping while you build it. You also notice in this airplane, inside there is a piece of black coroplast inside. Well, that coroplast I made as a bulkhead between the front and the back electronics bay. Sometimes to get more room, I will go ahead and run that, and then it ends up running to here, and then this whole cover mounts down. If you can build this plane or any planes without having the bays open off the foam, you're in good shape. I'd rather have the lid within the piece of plastic rather than having the actual lid open up and then having a foam beveled edge around there. Reason being is when you have this strength all the way around, it adds torsional strength across this airplane, which is much better. The servos are the same pretty much as I did over there, except I put them a little deeper, capped them with foam, used a straight razor to cut them off. And then the 256 rod is this is a 256 golden rod, basically a flexible plastic rod system in here, and it comes out and it exits at 3 inches from the trailing edge, 3 inches up, and then the red tube stops at 1.5 inches, and then the clear tube comes out and extends past. Not rocket science. Everything has to move. The clevis is going to be on here, so when this goes in and out, the clevis cannot hit here. Otherwise, you won't have the movement. Motor mounts in, mounted, cut out. Fancy tool. D550 Weller. You can get the smaller ones. They make the $24 ones. It's like a $60 one. Piece of number 12 solid copper wire in the tip. Turn it on. That sucker gets hot. That is how I cut out all the slots in this airplane, in all these airplanes. And you can see there's a pile. Now when it cuts nice. It cuts a nice slot. It cuts them right out. So heads up. Any questions, let me know. Look at all this mess. All these planes.